lens isn't too fogged up to capture this little bit of video footage as I head out on a lake today. It's October the 13th, I believe it is. And, oh yeah, there's fish on the finder already. You know, I was given this tip about fishing this lake on a Gulf island in October. Now, what makes some of these lakes on these Gulf Islands special is that the coho salmon will run up through some of these lakes to their spawning streams, and the cutthroat apparently are with them. Now I'm seeing fish on the finder already, good sized fish. So I'm almost tempted to stop here and start already because we got fish showing up. But I was told of a location just a little ways from the boat launch that I should try, because there's a salmon bearing stream in that area that flows into the lake, and that's where the coho run up, and the coho and the cutthroat hang in behind them. I'm going to head over there because I was told that was a special location, but given that information, what I just saw now, if it doesn't pan out there, I'm going to come back here. It looks like it's going to be a special day regardless of what happens. I don't know if there's going to be a wild goose chase or not. I do a lot of days of fishing following up on tips that people give me. Most of them don't pan out. The timing was wrong, or I wasn't in exactly the right place, or their information was secondhand, who knows what reason. I always like to try to follow them up because you never know when you're going to hit a bonanza day. And this really looks and feels good because of what I just saw on the finder already. Those were significantly good size arcs on the fish finder in about 25 feet of water. So we're going to get out to that spot in just a few minutes here. And again, like I said, if it doesn't pan out, I'm coming right back here because there's some good size fish right there, 20 feet, look at that. Another whole bunch of beautiful arcs. Now we're in 30 feet of water. I've got fish from 8 feet down to 20, and those arcs are big. I'm really curious as to what day is going to be like. Let's see what happens. Oh, there's the first fish of the day. What do you know? On the Miyawaki popper. Let's see what we got here. Doesn't feel huge, but it's not bad. We'll definitely be casting, retrieving that fly. That's a nice wild coastal cutthroat down there. I'll tip the popper. Oh, yeah. He said there was some nice fish in here. Oh, he's wrapped himself up. There we go. See if we can get him in the net. Look at that. A nice coastal cutthroat on the Miyawaki popper. Look at that, harvest colors. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, what a fish. Well, let's get him put back. Well, I got a really nice coastal cutthroat here on the Miyawaki popper. He took it just hanging there in the bottom. We'll see if we can get him released easily and put back. Get this out of the way. Well, isn't that a gorgeous fish? You can't ask for more than that. Beautiful cutthroat. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Well, I'll take some more of that. Thank you very much. We'll get him, let him go. Beautiful. Well, isn't that something? Yeah, I think we're going to have some fun here today. Okay, everybody. Well, I caught that one just when I finished trolling. when I'd stopped the motor, dropped the first anchor, and the lines had sunk to the bottom, I started reeling up, and there's a fish on. I had one more strike on that fly earlier, which got off, so it seemed to indicate to me that that was something I should go with. It's a bigger fly, Milwaukee popper, representing and fished on a sunk line, so it's representing a bait fish. It's like a streamer. Then nothing happening for a while, and I decided to anchor like I demonstrated a little while ago, casting and retrieving a pumpkinhead. Actually, no, casting and retrieving the Milwaukee popper in an area where some fish had shown up on the finder, and dangling a blob about 2-3 feet off the bottom, just to represent salmon eggs. If these fish are cutthroat truly following the coho, that's what they're looking for. But after an hour, didn't get anything in response to that. Tried trolling again with the popper and some other streamer patterns without a touch. And here it's nearing noon. I've located an area where the fish keep showing up in about 25 feet of water. And sometimes they're near the bottom, sometimes they're halfway up. So I decided what I'm going to do here for a while I'm having my lunch. I'm dangling micro leech just about a foot off the bottom here. And then I've got a different colored one on a floating line with a strike indicator about 12 feet down to cover the two zones, and 2 different colors. We'll see what happens while I have lunch. If we have any luck that way, then I'll stick with it. This seems to be sort of a fish-rich area. There's multiple schools moving around, and the arcs were big. So I'm quite hopeful we should be able to elicit at least one strike here. We'll give it the lunch hour, 12 to 1, and see what happens. If not, go back to trolling, maybe go with some other big flies, something dark. Cross my fingers. Really is a beautiful day out here. I almost don't mind the fishing being slow. It's so peaceful out here. Green trees, green clear lake, blue skies, sunshine. It's a great day to be alive. Leather. Yum. Important to have snacks on the boat. Keeps the interest up. As does fish on the finder. Plenty of food down there. Well, that took a while, but went back to trolling and got Chan's ruby-eyed leech on here. Oh, it's not a big one, but you know, not as big as that first one, but it's the second fish, and it's a beauty. these wild coastal cutthroat. Oop, didn't quite get him on that scoop. Get him in the net. Come on, Rick, you can do this. There we go. We've got another coastal cutthroat here. We'll get another look at that. We'll get the leech out of his jaw. Let's see if we can get that line untangled from him. Look at the bright slashes on there, hey? Just look beautiful. Okay, that was the fly of the hour. Chan's ruby-eyed leech. Had a hit on it earlier. I think I'm going to switch both lines to that. It's a fine fly. So, oh, yellow spots on its belly. Would you look at that? There's a fine specimen. A second fish on the fly. Beautiful. Away he goes. Beautiful. Well, let's see if we can get a couple more now. We might have a fly to use. Well, I'm glad you joined me for this episode of On the Water. Now, I know a couple of small trout in a day's fishing isn't everybody's cup of tea. But if you prefer solitude and the knowledge that the fish you're catching are completely wild in a wild setting, perhaps an island lake in the fall would be up your alley. Anyway, I had a great day. Only got a couple of fish, and to be honest, I would have liked a couple more, but it took me a while to dial in what they were after, and by the time I figured that out, it was getting toward the end of the bite. But I can store that knowledge away for next time, and I'm definitely coming back here on another October day and starting off with Brian's ruby-eyed leech to see how many fish I can get and if I can get something bigger. Anyway, it's been a great day. I hope you say hi to me if you bump into me on the water. I'd be glad to talk to you and share a day fishing together. And remember this, always wear your PFD. Your family will thank you for it. Thanks for watching.